Welcome everybody. It is Long Beach week 9 here with the Heusinkveld GT challenge. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? Look at that. Look at them buildings. I just see the Mortegi logo at the hairpin. I'm just like, ooh. And then I realize it's not Mortegi. Craig, any thoughts?
We're going to Twing Ring next week for the European Series. That's all I've got. Also, thinking of Mortegi, shout out to those in Japan who were affected with the earthquake yesterday. Thankfully, no fatalities, but yeah, always a serious thing, especially when you realize it's an aftershock of the Great Eastern Earthquake from 10 years ago next month, like 3 weeks. So one of my first thoughts after a few hours was, oh no, what about the race courses like Twin Ring? Because during the Great East Earthquake, it lost the oval. The oval had a lot of damage. No news on that, thankfully. One of the other tracks in the area did get a lot of damage, but that's next week in the European Series. We're here for the Heusinkveld GT Challenge at Long Beach. 31 Celsius. 87 Fahrenheit. Very nice feel. We don't have a lot of Fords, unfortunately. That's the thing. But from what I've been hearing, I can understand why. Racetrack? No. Road track? No. A street circuit with these bouncy Ford GT2s? Are you mad? These 5 guys are.
What?
Would you do it, Rob?
No. No, not at all. As they're going around.
I would not.
There is one. Andreas Vantages back in Garfield. But he is not the #1 car because it goes to this man. Fernando Antoli Busquets.
It's a new name for me. I haven't even seen him around, but driving for Raidillon Racing, the 7.2k driver, just beaten by Louis Delatraz, who currently 1:16.093. I don't think Delatraz has raced around here, but in real life, because it is only a track that they use for IndyCar. So it'd be interesting to see what Fernando does around here. He comes out of the chicane. We'll talk more about the chicane in a minute. I just want to see what Fernando does as he crosses the line for a second lap. The 1:16.082 just beats Delatraz by 100th of a second. Wow!
This
and the Delatraz responds!
1:15.9 flat. He goes first. Menentry cannot respond. Does Vantages respond? Does Garfield take pole position? He's currently in 4th. He's across the line. Yes, he does. By 0.008 of a second, he pips Delatraz. Sanchez can't pip him. Matteo Herman is going around for another lap, I think.
Yeah. I'm just checking to see Herman. No, he's done his lap. I think he's just getting a few laps around. Meanwhile, while watching that, Steph Whittaker took pole position for the Fords, just coming in with a 1:19.001. So a good time there in the Fords. I bet he would have loved that 1:18 in the qualifying, but he'll take that.
No, the BRZ livery's back.
It's Dustin around, is he? Oh, that's not Dustin. It's somebody else, wasn't
Murphy.
it? Yeah. Out of box. Oh, no.
Look at this. Look at this cursed livery. Look at it. Just look at it.
Well, he's only doing practice laps. I think everybody has set their laps. So I think it might be worth just going around. Yeah. I say that a couple of guys who haven't set times just finishing there. Sergio Gudelfiero throws in a 1:16.288. Justin and Lessard has got 2 minutes to come around to set their second lap. It was an invalid first time around in the Corvette. You think the Corvette would do good with a lot of straights around here, but he comes across the line. I think he's already come across the line. He has, yeah. And again, another invalid lap. Who else have we got? Arbola still trying to set their second lap. And Bergqvist will be coming around to set their last lap. don't know if you saw, Rob. I don't know if it has been fixed. A little bit of a landmine in the hairpin at the end of the track. I don't know if you've seen that.
I have not seen it yet.
I saw it from some supercar racing. Emery Jones. If you cut the inside too much, the car just bounces in the ground and just flies up in the air. Hopefully they're aware of this or it's been fixed. But where is Lassard and Barbola? Well, Lassard's already done. He's just getting some more laps in. Barbola just got a couple more corners to come to this hairpin. This is the danger point, by the way, of the racetrack because we have no idea what it's going to bring. Everyone's seen the IMSA races and other races where it just comes to a car park. Can you hear me knocking on wood?
Yeah, just smash it. Smash down.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, that's everybody. That is everybody. So I think that's time to go over the results. I'll let you go ahead with that.
Well, thank you very much. It is going to be advantageous in P1 with a 1:15.892. Then Louis Delatraz not too far behind with a 1:15.9 flat. You get to Busquets with a 1:16.083. Ferrario with a 1:16.289. Minetri with a 1:16.312, good enough for 5th. Sanchez with a 1:16.367 is good enough for 6th position. Herman 1:16.681. Raidillon with a 1:16.694. Razenahor with a 1:16.724 in 9th. In 10th is Jeremy Hupp with a 1:17.4 flat. Godefroy 1:17.443. Bartel with a 1:17.568. Gentilum with a 1:17.762 in 13th position. Dawes in 14th with a 1:18.078. Stank, I mean that is his last name, Stank, with a 1:18.268 in 15th. Bergvist with a 1:19.001. We go into the GT2s then. Whittaker with a 1:19.001, so it's nearest makes no difference a match. Miller with a 1:19.752. Murphy with a 1:21.56. Mosquera with a 1:24.23. Maragno with a 1:25.7. Back to the GT1s now. Klatansky with a 1:21.765. Philippi in GT2 with a 1:22.349. And Gabillon with a 1:28.166. And that is it for the qualifying machines.
Yeah, Barbola and Lassard, of course, did not set any time, so they'll be 20th and 21st, respectively, in the back of the GT1 field. I must admit a little bit of caution there because I think there was 3 GT1s slower than the fastest GT2s. That could be a issue. Because the biggest issue will be trying to get around the first hairpin, the last corner, which is the hairpin. I'm not sure what to expect at turn 11. That is the hairpin. I really am worried. But we've got some very skilled drivers at the front. And also I was saying, Corvette's got the speed. There's one Corvette in the top 10. Can you guess who it is? Oh, it's a number 2 car. It's Vantageous. Of course it is. Your next Corvette is... Oh dear. 17th position is your next Corvette. So that's how it is. This is the start of the race, though. 30 minutes at Long Beach. This is Raidillon TV. The only quarter you need. Everybody cross your fingers, your toes, knock on wood. Do whatever you got to do. We're about to go around the hairpin. What happens? Oh, please. Oh, please. Oh, please.
And
they make it.
Yeah. Oh, no, they don't. They don't. And everybody's got... The front's gone going. And everybody in the back
hasn't.
The rear has not. They're still trying to go around. There's a car reversing. Oh, Julian Maragno. He's having to reverse. Try and get out. Oh, dear. And it's all gone wrong. For them.
Well, it's all okay at the front of the field, though. Do not worry. I mean, Alvaro Sanchez makes up 2 positions at the start there to go up to P4, but it's Vantageous, Delatraz, and Busquets, sorry, in the lead at the moment as they just go following each other down. A little bit of damage to the back of Matteo Herman's car there. I think that's the only one with any serious damage. I think everybody... Oh, yeah, there's a little bit of splitted damage from the back of Gabillion's car. But apart from that, it looks like everybody got away pretty clean. A couple LMP, a couple GT1s, though, just being out of sorts there. Marango going 2 at the back. Also, he's got 2 GT2s gone past already. As we don't see, you can see the split at the moment as the VEC guys and the Obsidians, they're just in a different world at the moment, but still, they come around to finish their first lap. That's how quick the laps are. That's how quick the laps are, and it is still Valentejas, Delatraz, Busquets, and Alvaro Sanchez in 4th.
GT1s are almost sliding coming out the rear. That's Louis Delatraz flashing Valentejas to say, come here, I want to battle. Come here boy. I think the DBR9s will definitely have that. Oh, that is a slide coming from Fernando and Toli Busquets as he comes into the first turn, coming around the fountain now. I mean, look at this. Look how close the walls are. We thought Detroit Belle Isle was tight. Oh dear, this is tight. Oh dear, this is tight.
Oh dear, this is tight. By the way, we missed it. Fierro had a big hit with the wall into turn 1. He's now trying to battle to keep his P5. He's got Manentry right behind him. Manentry not in a position right now to make an overtake. A lot of open spaces, but of course it's the street circuit, which means a lot of 90-degree sharp turns. You get to about turn 4, turn 5, they are quite high speed, but the rest of them really got to be careful with the speed. You can try and set yourself up if you want for the hairpin, but you've got to be brave and you've got to have the respect from both sides. So don't expect to see anything there, despite Manentry. Look at him chasing down Sergio. I think Sergio is carrying a bit of damage after that little movement. You can just see how much lock and how slow they have to go around that hairpin. But onto the straight they go. Top 3 still unchanged, and they just continue to pull away. Does Manentry have any chance of a slipstream here? He is getting closer. He is getting closer, but this is not a place to dive bomb. Sergio goes to the inside and he sells the dummy. Manentry did not fall for it. He throws in a nice little move there. Manentry will take back P5. That was pretty nice, actually. He just asked a question. Sergio went for a defense and just decided can't hold it. So now Sergio's there in P6. And Herman is right behind them. I think that damage is actually causing issues right now for Sergio.
Yeah, I didn't expect to see the damage be so pronounced, but yeah, looking at that front end, it's definitely not looking too in shape, like compared to the other cars that are around him. He is definitely carrying a lot of damage that will definitely be affecting him all the way through, and he's having to slide out a lot compared to the other 2 cars that are around him. Manentry is keeping it tight, and Herman is keeping it tight.
But Herman just hit the wall.
Oh, he did?
It's called that. Herman just hit the wall trying to take a sharp line into turn 8. And he did have a little bit of a brush with the wall. I don't think there's any major damage. You've just got to be careful. And look! Sergio is almost pushing Manentry out of that corner. At the front of the field, by the way, Valentejas goes purple with 116 flat, with Delatraz behind with 116.1. And then, of course, you've got Fernando doing a 116.4, and then all these guys are just practically doing 117, 118. So the top 4 in a world of their own at the moment. These guys are 5th, 6th, and 7th battling their way, and there are other battles because you can see behind Razan Ahura, Reifmuller, and Jeremy Hopp are all in a battle there. And you've got Godefroy just in the foil there. How about the GT2s, by the way, Rob? I have a quick update on the GT2s because Steph Whittaker, just blasted away. He's 4 seconds in the lead.
It is the battle for second, though, in the GT2s. It is Robert Murphy versus Raid Miller. It is BRZ versus Nokia, the most indestructible phone there ever existed. But New Damage Model has something to say about that if it gets a chance. I think these poor 4 GT2s, I think they're definitely very much out of their comfort zone. I thought they were going to be out of their comfort zone the last time around, but here they definitely are. The last time they were having issues upon issues when it came down to it, but they're now just trying to get their own thing. Javier Mascara has no rear wing. He's able to keep going around though.
What?
He's not got a rear wing.
Wait, he's had that since the start of the race. No, what on earth? He lost it in the first corner of the race.
Oh dear. I mean, I'm not any aerodynamic expert, but I would imagine that's not doing too much for his rear handling, or the fact that he has power slide everywhere.
Where we're going, we don't need rear handling. That's all I can say. Some nice battles just everywhere in the field. The VC guys of Raidillon and Raidillon hopping almost Godefroy having a nice little battle. Behind them, you've got Dustin Dord battling Patrick Bartle and Frederic Gabillon. And then, of course, you've got the leaders, Valentagis and Delatraz battling. It's just really nice battles. Oh, he ran! Valentagis hit the wall! Valentagis hit the wall coming out the hairpin! Delatraz has a rundown on Valentagis to the start-finish line. It will still be Valentagis by a car for car, but Delatraz is going to get side by side with Garfield. Louis Delatraz has the inside line. They have overlap. Is he going to make this move? Valentagis is going to fight tooth and nail for this, but he cannot make it. Has Delatraz gone too hard a little bit, but there's nowhere to go as they come around the fountain. Louis Delatraz takes the lead after that mistake from Valentagis.
Just to demonstrate, by the way, what happened to Valentagis. Here's coming around the hairpin on the replay. And oh, crikey, he hit that quite hard.
Yeah, he hit. What he did hit that hard, but you know, it's funny enough, there's not much damage to that car, so I am surprised. But Valentagis is just so strong when it comes to this car. Now I'm curious, will he try and make the run down again? Because, well, look, you can see him trying to look at like setting up an overtake at turn 9 or making Delatraz think about it. He's just trying to put the pressure on the real life racing driver. As you can see, they just get close, and here they come. Now, will Valentagis just make amends this time? He does. But that little bit of hesitation, I think, may have just cost him because Delatraz just extends. And by the way, Delatraz was purple last lap, a 1:15.9. So I don't think he'll be getting anything that fast right now, being of how they had to do those two corners. And look at it. Delatraz knows it. He goes to the inside. Valentagis can't really do anything. He'll have to set himself up for maybe a turn 4, turn 5, but very risky. So we'll keep our eyes on that definitely. But all quiet on the Western Front at the moment. It's Jeremy Hopp, by the way. I've just seen Jeremy Hopp's overtaken Raidillon up at P9. Nothing else going on, I don't think.
And he's got his teammate up ahead of Sebastian Reithmuller, who's carrying a huge amount of damage on his car. And then another VEC sim racing car looking at the rear end of Sergio Gurdiel Ferrerio, who is also himself carrying a lot of damage. Herman's not been able to catch up to him. He's actually lost him just a smidgen, so he'll have to string and get a good couple of corners. And mid-entry, he can barely just see the car of Alvaro Sanchez up ahead of him, but he's definitely got his rear view mirrors full of DBR9s, because there they are. They're not too far away, and he'll have to make sure that he doesn't get overtaken himself, as they literally come to a crawl. 9 minutes gone, 21 minutes remain of the 30-minute race. They've already done 8 laps around here.
That just went in a blast. Did not expect that. By the way, we were talking about Herman. Herman is going to be struggling because at the start of that race, he did have a little bit of a rear end hit, and his splitter is pushed up. So does have that damage, but at the same time, Herman has that as well. And I think the leaders are coming to the lap traffic. Yeah. Oh God, not exactly what you want to hear. That's not exactly where you want to be looking to overtake a lap car around turn 6 and 7. So Delatraz and Valentagis do get around, and Fernando is going to be able to get around again as Tyler Stankins just pulls out the way. But they are starting to get to the lap traffic, and I'm a little bit worried because where is there to overtake lap cars around here?
This straightaway, and that's about it.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
I mean, look at the sheer grunt of the Corvette. I mean, it can reel it, the DBR9 way back in, but the DBR9 of Delatraz, he's got the leg up elsewhere around the track. So, you know, at this point in time, if I were a betting man, my money is on Delatraz continuing to hold, unless he makes a mistake and does advantageous into the wall coming out of the hairpin, which is not going to be likely as they come up to some more lap traffic, I think. But he's just essentially, it's whoever keeps it out of the wall the longest wins, I think, in this case.
Yeah, one mistake, as we saw from Advantageous, and that just lost him all the momentum, and Delatraz had to run, and that's what he's got to be careful about as well. I think that's happened down the field. Raidillon having a little moment with the wall, lost a couple places. It's happening everywhere at the moment. So it's just interesting keeping tabs on everything, because now that battling pack of Menentry, Ferrio, and Herman are getting to the lap traffic, and it's going to be tough. But frankly, here they come to 10 and 11. 10 and 11, it's fantastic just to see how there's an open spot there for them. So no issues, continue, and now you come. There's that straight you were talking about. Louis Delatraz just overtakes a lap car on the only place you can overtake him, the straight. So you were right there. But I am worried, because what happens when they come to overtake Javier Mosquera?
Ooh, yeah, you've got that one right. You're right there, Mary.
Yeah.
But as I was saying, because my my microphone was having another play again. You know, when we saw that straightaway, when they had to overtake that lapped car, the sheer grunt of that Corvette is just reining Delatraz back in. But we're not seeing that anywhere else. The next Corvette is down in 15th position, and he's on his own, having to chase down Patrick Bartle. But he's in a battle of his own. He's battling Dustin Dawes, who is carrying damage. So, who's keeping it out the wall the most? I think that is Patrick Bartle. But he hasn't made a move yet. Going up the field, Jonathan Razanahor is battling Damien Gentilum, who himself is carrying. The two of them are carrying a bit of damage. I think Razanahor is carrying more damage.
He's missing a wing mirror.
And
Where's his wing mirror?
And he's missing a wing mirror. Oh, that is a very damaged Corvette. I think that is the Corvette of Conrad. No, that's not Conrad. Sorry, apologies. It's the Corvette of Jocelyn Lassard. As he's trying to continue going around, but look at the amount of damage that he's got.
That is not exactly where you should be seeing the wheel. In fact, is one wheel even turning? Is his left front even turning?
I have not got the foggiest idea, but let me go ahead and try and see.
It does not feel like it, I'll tell you that right now. We look at that, by the way, just while you're just having an update. Delatraz about to hit the lap traffic. Konrad Kostanski at the hairpin, and that just slows everybody down. Valentages has to come to a complete stop. Konrad will have to give up this position. Surely he does. He's just lifts off at the straight. But the speed loss there was quite a lot for Delatraz. Frankly, Valentages also had to hold up. They had to do some avoiding. But Delatraz goes to the inside again, tries to do some defense, makes it work. And here comes the danger zone.
Ooh, the slide from Louis Delatraz, by the way, coming into turn one. You saw it there. We were on board with Valentages. Javier Mosquera's got rear wing, and that is a strike of the wall as the both of them coming through. Louis Delatraz now carrying damage to his rear left. As they come up behind the GT2, and he brakes to let them by.
Look how close they get to the wall. Taking the fine margins. It's absolutely amazing. And again, coming through turn 9. It's crazy how much they have to use. As Mosquera's had enough. Mosquera behind has had enough. Trying to almost take the same line and with no wing. Carl said no. So Mosquera's still spinning around. He might have to tow this because there's no way you can do a turn. And oh no! Jeremy, is that Hop in the wall?
That's Reifmuller in the wall.
Reifmuller in the wall.
Let's have a look at.
Missed a turn. Missed a turn. Car started spinning.
It's coming around. Oh, that was a bit of a slide coming from Sebastian Reifmuller, and the car just said nope. Yeah, planted him directly into the wall. And I mean directly into the wall. It literally just went sideways, parallel to
and
the
he's crabbing. And he's crabbing.
Raidillon is gone.
Oh,
he lost the rear end of the car. It span round on him. Having to come off the racing line. Let cars by. Oh, a bit more. It's not a very good spot to lose the car because you're basically in the middle of the road and you have to wait for everybody to essentially get by. You're a traffic warden at that point.
Well, Valentages just had a moment. He could have made a move on Delatraz, trying to go under into turn 8. And it's not worked, but it's put the pressure on Delatraz.
Oh, he's gone.
Wide goes Valentages. He hit the wall. He loses the wing mirror. No, he gets the wing mirror.
Yeah,
my screen, he lost the wing mirror.
Yeah, so did mine. on my end, he lost the wing mirror, and then he got the wing mirror.
And Mascara did tow, by the way. So not much going on still with that. Ferrerio lost that P6 to Herman, by the way. We did not see that, but he's now down to 7th once again. Well, not once again, sorry. He started 4th, but that damage is really playing havoc. Jeremy Hopp is now the car who's going to be trying to catch up to him. Not much else going on in the field. It's this battle at the front. It's really fun because they're on the limit almost. They're on that edge because one mistake, they're in the wall. That's it. And it's not like a track that we usually go to where if you're battling this hard, one mistake, you're in the grass, you can recover. You hit the wall, who knows what happens? Do you lose a wheel? Do you get massive damage that you have that down at top speed? Do you have steering damage? You never know what happens. So got to be careful around here, and it's really good just seeing these two cars with 12 minutes remaining just battling belt and braces as they come up to that very close. We haven't talked a lot about that battle for P2 in the GT2 between Miller and Murphy. It's a Nokia livery around Long Beach versus a Ford in a Subaru livery. Oh, Robert,
yeah, I know. It's the oddest pairing I've ever seen in my life. Nokia, the hardest phone ever to. Oh, as they leaders are coming, leaders GT1 are coming up. Robert Murphy taking evasive action. He literally
did that deliberately. He did that deliberately. I was listening to the radio, and he just when they were saying about the blue flag, he said, "Go for it." And I think they got a little bit worried there because I think they were thinking, well, hang on, he's still going for the corner, and then he just outbraked himself deliberately there. So loses time on Miller. He hopes he might be able to get some of that back, and he doesn't, as Miller has a better place and just lifts. So, and now Murphy's going to be at the hands of Busquets. So that battle that Murphy had, it's gone. He's now 2.8, 2.5 seconds behind Miller. So unfortunately, he will not be able to catch up. But look at Valentages right in the back of Delatraz. Going side by side into turn 9. Can they make it stick? Valentages has to yield. But he is he's got so much speed coming through that middle section of Long Beach. If it wasn't for the fact it was all 90-degree and sharp turns, he might have the lead back. He just looks so more comfortable at the moment.
Garfield versus Louis Delatraz, a comic book character and a movie. Going on the outside, coming into turn 1. He's having to hold his line. Delatraz once again making an effective defensive line. He's basically saying to Delatraz saying to Valentages, first position is mine, boyo. You want it, you come get it. Oh, that's a slide coming from. He cut the corner a bit too much. Slide out from Valentages. I think Valentages would want to, I think he can definitely go faster, but he's having to hold on behind Louis Delatraz, who's holding a very good defensive line throughout this entire course. And
he just had a tail strike. I think Valentages just hit the side of hit that corner again at turn 9. I saw some sparks flying. Not entirely sure if it was my end, but the car did look a little bit unsettled when he came around the corner, and again unsettled through turn 9. He's able to set himself up now because he's got a little bit of gap. This might help him. He might get a bit of a run, but the gap is half a second with 9 minutes 30 remaining. They're about to start lap 17 of 24 laps with 8 laps remaining. Valentasia's just losing time at the moment to Delatraz. Not what he wants.
No, and I think he would love to be able to pass him by. Delatraz is absolutely commanding the streets of Long Beach at the moment, and it's just putting on an absolute monumental defensive effort, and it's just trying to keep that angry Garfield car, or the angry Corvette Garfield car, just behind him, just where he wants him. Mathieu Herman, by the way, he's looking to see if he can steal top 5 from his teammate in Fabian Menentri fame. Car number 7 versus car number 8 for 5th position in GT1 as they come up to lap traffic. That is the car of Raid Miller, as he's having to go very wide to let the GT1s by.
Yeah, that's going to cost Miller as well, because he had a bit of a gap on Murphy still. That gap's only 1.5 seconds. And then what's happened to Razon O'Horan? He was just saying thank you to lap traffic, but Razon O'Horan just absolute. That boot's about to fall off right now. Have you seen the boot of Razon O'Horan? How is it still attached? Oh, sorry. Delatraz getting held up from Whittaker. The lead GT1s are being held up from the leader of GT2s. I mean, to be fair, Delatraz was nowhere near, but it did look like for a moment that Whittaker might have let them by, but no, started for the corner as he's rightfully allowed to, and now they'll finally get by as they go 3 wide with a lap GT2 of Philippe's there. Going through it definitely now. Valentay just hits the wall. But they're going to be side by side into turn 8. Side by side into turn 8 they go. And Valentay just still trying to make it side by side. He hits the wall.
He's hit the wall now.
Definitely a hit this time. Yep,
yeah, he's definitely hit the wall. We were on board with Valentay just when he hit the wall. He definitely did. The tires are not going to be kind around here. They are very close and they will kill you. Not literally, but figuratively speaking. The vet is trying his absolute best, and you can see he's got the Raidillon TV logo facing him.
Yeah, okay. You get a face of the Raidillon TV logo, why don't you? And also, by the way, Busquets is now 2 seconds behind. All this battling between the two of them, they lose 1 second on Busquets, and Busquets, if they keep battling with 6:35 remaining, who knows? This could be a free car battle for the lead, for the end of the race. It'll be interesting to see. Oh, it's really fun. And we've still got that battle between Menentri and Herman at the back, as Herman, it's going to be a tough one for Herman. He's going to have to find a way around, but with that damage to the splitter, he's not going to have the top end speed. We'll wait and see, but I was just all glued on this battle between Valentages and Delatraz, because Valentages just has great set of corners when he gets it right through turn 5. He gets it right through turn 6, 7, and 8. And there's just not much you can do when he gets his corners right, except for just pray you're on the inside, like Delatraz has done for the last, 3-4 laps?
I think it's been 5 laps at this point. It's been when he's sliding a little bit coming in just before the turn into the hairpin, so the tires are definitely now getting a bit worse for wear and tear. And you can just hear and see the gap now. That's 0.3 of a second, and here he comes. And then if the straight was about 300 meters longer, we'd be saying something completely different. But the straight is not 300 meters longer. It's right perfect for Louis' defense, and right a nightmare for the offensive of Valentages trying to get back at Louis Delatraz. And then we just see a stack of cars ahead of him. It's going to be difficult for Valentages to make moves. He'll have to do them sometime.
How do you do it, though? How do you do it when you've got there's no help you, there's no LMP1 boost, there's no DRS. The slipstream's not going to be enough in these cars. You're not different engines, but you are different engines, but you're not different car categories. You have to rely on the best exit you can get at the hairpin. But when you're following somebody, how is that possible? But did I see a lock up there from Delatraz?
Yeah, you did. You did. By the way, big one. If you're watching Daytona. Oh, dear.
Oh, I'm not.
Well, the real Daytona. Well, I mean, it's lap 14.
Oh! Delatraz having to go over again. Can Valentine just make this round the outside? There's no space. 4:04 remaining. And still, Valentages, he cannot make it. He has to get the run and get to the inside as fast as he can. But Delatraz knows that's the only line, and he has that on the control right away. And again, the more these two battle, the more Busquets is thinking, I might have a shot here. Just saying, just a little shot. 1.5 is the gap between Valentine and Busquets. But if these two at the front continue to just battle on, yeah, I don't think that he's going to do it unless these two, again, have a too wide situation. I can't see it. But they're down to what? They'll be, once they come across the hairpin, they'll be on lap 22 of 24. Valentages have got 3 laps to find a miracle.
You can just see how close they get into the hairpin, and just a different line that Valentages is trying to take out. He's taking a very shallow line coming out of the hairpin. And just look as he gets close. Look as he gets, and Louis Delatraz will have to take the defensive line now. And he just rockets. Oh!
He thought about it. He thought about selling a dummy, but Valentages, there was no space there. Lovely defending from Delatraz. He wasn't directly on the inside. He just pulled out. There was a little gap, but there wasn't enough to think I might be able to go for it. Really good respect for hard racing at the front here. And again, that gap for P3, Busquets is now down to 1.2. I keep mentioning it because I've got this vision in my head, and I don't want to say it. I'm not going to win. It doesn't happen. That Delatraz and Valentages take each other out, and Busquets takes the lead. I don't want to see it, but something's just telling me these two are going to have an incident.
Tires they are absolutely cooked. I think they're cooked more on Valentages' car because he started, oh my god, he really is taking liberty with the corners. I think his tires are pretty well, and sliding coming into the hairpin. He really is struggling. Look back and look at that last 3 corners there. He really was struggling, and the gap now is still only 3/10 of a second. He's getting up to speed on the straights, but he really is starting to slide a lot.
Just continues, and the Delatraz had a bit of a slide there, and he did, and just recovers. A little bit of a wall scrape from Valentages, really trying to find the extra bits they need. There is a lap car up ahead. We're hoping, fingers crossed, that they do pull to one side. Valentages still asking the question for Delatraz, and Delatraz has the answers. But if he gets an exit like that, it's not going to happen. Valentages may go for look for it. Look at that dummy. He tried to sell it. It's not going to work. They still got this lap car. If I recall, this was the same lap car that slowed everybody up at the hairpin the last time they came around. It's going to be interesting. Delatraz still trying to battle, trying to take the inside. Valentages trying to go too wide. He can't make it. This lap car still in play. They almost touch. They're going to go side by side into the hairpin. I think Valentages has gone a bit too wide. He has. And they're going to touch again. Into the wall goes Valentages. Busquets is going to be side by side. This is mind-blowing. I don't believe what I said was going to happen. We're on to the final lap. The top 3 are just 0.4 behind each other. Delatraz, Valentages, Busquets. Does Busquets go for a send? Cannot make it. These 3 are just going to follow each other now to the line, I think. There's nowhere to go.
And that is Fernando Antonio Busquets coming up behind. He's absolutely wanted this to happen, and it's happened right in front of his eyes. But can he make it coming around? Clock has ticked to 0. It is the last lap. White flag has been flown. The car number 1, car number 3, and car number 2 in first, third, second, and first, respectively. Garfield did not want this to happen today, and he definitely is shaking in his boots as he sees a car ahead, and now he sees a car behind trying to fight for the lead as they come around the last few corners. Not too much now. That is him That is Fernando sliding. He sees the opportunity running away from him as Louis Delatraz sees the opposite end of the spectrum where he's absolutely cheering it on. He knows as soon as he makes it around the hairpin, he's going to be the winner of today's Long Beach race. As they come around the final hairpin, does... Oh,
he's gone too shallow. He went too early. He just survives, though. Just survives. That could have been a moment if Valentejas could have got around the corner. What great racing from these two cars, and Busquets at the end there, fantastic. But Delatraz holds on for the victory. The defense that he had to pull off against Valentejas. What could Valentejas do? He tried everything and was unable to.
Fernando tried his absolute darndest. I think he wanted to absolutely get by them, but unfortunately, it just was too... That was just too early. It was, or not too early, it was too late. I think it was just not the right time. And finally coming across the line is Seth Whitaker as Delatraz doing donuts.
Seth Whitaker takes victory overall for the takes the GT2 victory. And Miller did hold on to that P2 as Murphy finished 11 seconds down. So I think Murphy just got caught out with traffic there. Cars just coming around finishing.
Bono, my tyres are gone. Oh no, Bono. There's somebody in third place coming to get me, Bono. Bono.
You're seeing those go down the screen. Not a lot of overtaking places, but a shout out to Jeremy Holt for 3 positions made up to take P7. Sanchez, by the way, made up 2 places to take P4. Not really any other noticeable. Godefroy made 2. Barbola at the back, though, did not qualify, made up 6 positions. Unfortunately, it all went wrong for Razon Hora, losing 6 positions. And apart from Mosquera, the top 3 for the GT2s started first, second, and third, and finished in the same order, respectively. And
finally, after the white flag, or the checkered flag was flown, finally, Delatraz made the mistake that he didn't want to, and he did make it around. He went all the way topsy-turvy around. And that was, well, as you see the results on your screens there, that is Long Beach. A hairpin with, oh dear, the most fearsome hairpin ever.
To be fair, let's be brutally honest. I know we only had 26 cars. But in all due fairness, apart from that one mistake, it cleared up pretty quickly. So shout out to everybody.
Yeah, well done to everybody. It was, well, let's put it this way. It was pretty tight coming around the first hairpin. Be prepared to stop. Well, I think Seth is taking that a bit too literally. He's on a racetrack, of course, but being prepared to stop doesn't mean... Oh, there he is. He's prepared to stop and do donuts. Oh. He's trying. Come on, Seth. Come on, Seth. There you go.
Nope. Okay.
And as he does donuts, it's our time to say adieu for another week. If you like what you see, consider hitting that subscribe button. We have new member tiers now: $2.99, $4.99, and $9.99. Show your support, and we appreciate every single one of you that does. Consider liking us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Like the video, of course. Like the stream. Yeah, do it. 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 Join our Discord. What else?
Link to trackcams22.com.
Yeah.
I don't think they've got cameras set up for this at the moment, but as it is a newer track, but they do have our cameras usually, so always a shout out to them, of course, because, you know, we love them. We love them. End of story. I will say, we'll hype up the upcoming week, because Monday, Super Trofeo Series. Wednesday, the Racing Sim Race World Series. Maybe we get a repeat of the greatest race we've ever broadcasted. Friday, the European Sprint Series. Then Sunday, hey, let's go oval racing, Rob!
Oh no, I still haven't prepared.
Sunday, sorry, I was loving it, Rob. Sunday, Major Series, the Daytona 500 with the 87 cars. It's going to be amazing. Until then, take care, everybody, because I have been Craig King.
And I have been Robert O'Brien.
And this is Raidillon TV, the only corner you need.